Hello everyone, welcome back to Chaos Ed. As you can maybe tell, I don't really know. I got a new mic. I've tested it probably for 2 hours now. Well, not consecutive, like, you know, over time. And sounds right now, you know, it's more or less fine. I'm not very good at telling mic quality, so I'm not very good with audio quality, rather. So hopefully it's fine. Somebody actually made a comment. I believe his name was End of Fates. I hope I remember that right. I looked at it like 2 days ago because it brought it back up on YouTube comments for some reason. Because, you know, YouTube comments, come on now. This don't make any sense. And he said that I should just let the characters do their voices. I'm like, oh my god, this man is a genius. And so I'm gonna try that. I'll keep doing the monologue and what's the main character's name? Takumi. Takumi, I'm a genius. Just because otherwise, you know, I especially with this visual novel, I don't imagine, you know. Well, there's been a bit of monologue, but I think it's more dialogue heavy than I don't want to say most, but you get what I mean, right? I don't want to be not talking for like 80% of the time, rather. Well, we said we would go home together. My base was only 10 minutes from school. Trinsen Station, which you used, was further away. As a result, it ended up being more like me seeing her off. Out of habit, I entered Shoto Park. We could take a shortcut by cutting through here diagonally, though it would only save us a minute or two.
西条くんって朝よくこの公園でパンを食べてませんか?
Does the main character even eat? Like, has he canonly been shown to be able to eat yet? Any photographic evidence? Yeah. How does she know? Wait. What? Moeka! Oh, that was. I'm sorry for that. I'd like to apologize. If what it looks like happened, my mic just went all the way up to the maximum OBS can read it. I don't know if that max is actually just like arbitrary, if it actually goes higher than that or what. But that looked painful. If you had earphone users, how did you know?
やっぱりよく見かけたんです。でもいる時といない時があって。
About that, you know, sometimes, you know, I just don't feel like going to school. Sometimes.
今日ようやくその謎が解けました。学校にたまにしか来ないからだったんですね。
Well, yeah, you know, once in a while, like, you know.
あ、別にそれがダメって言ってるわけじゃなくてですね。素朴な疑問だったので。
She's judging us. No. Look, if you're trying to say this is not Moeka 1.0, well, like half point 0, because this came out first, then you are a liar. Or you haven't read Steins Gate. Yeah. Yola suddenly stopped and looked over at the bench where I usually sat to have breakfast. It was currently empty.
なんだかここに座っているあなたの背中はすごく辛そうに見えて。
I just figured the main character can always look like he was hurting. Like, maybe that's just me, but leaning forward, Yola sent the tips of her fingers gliding along the bench's backrest.
何度も見かけるうちにだんだん気になってきて。
This bench was set right in front of the fence around the pond. Moreover, because sitting in it meant facing the bank of the pond, I didn't have to tremble in fear of anyone's gaze. Except my own! The reason I had taken a liking to it was because the watermelon nearby acted as a form of cover, keeping me from standing out.
ここ最近は
This guy's really serious.
姿を見かけなかった日は心配でご飯も喉を通らなかったりしてたんです。
She's faking it. Don't believe her lies. Was that so? I had no idea she was watching me.
バカみたいですよね。一度も話したこともない人の心配してるなんて。でも話しかける勇気もなかったので。
This isn't the main heroine, right? Like, she's not gonna stay important Or if she stays important, she's gonna be like an antagonist, right? Take that to its obvious conclusion, and you'd end up with her initial stalker-esque behavior. Maybe it would have been more accurate to say that, rather than stalking me, she would have been worrying about me and watching over me. Dude, don't just accept her stalking you. This is Stockholm Syndrome, man.
ちょっと座ってみてもいいですか？西条くんがどんな景色を見ていたのか、私もその
And there's some water now, there's some bushes, there's like, no, it's part of the water mill, I see. What do water mills even do? They turn water. And no particular reason to say no. Facing the pond, I nodded. Setting her bag on top of the bench, Yua gently sat down. She straightened her back and gazed out of the pond. Very quietly and very serenely, Yua was close beside me. Uh-oh. A tender breeze stirred her hair and made ripples in the pond. Oh yeah, by the way, if like the audio of the voice or the like in-game audio is wrong, I'll probably look at that after this video. So sorry for the inconvenience if that happens. Although I did kind of you know, see how loud the voices were, and they're about fine, so I didn't have to adjust them at all. Don't know about like the music or anything though. Was this what it meant to really live? Though it was such a normal, casual scenery, and we were in such a casual situation, why did it seem as if tears would start flowing out of me at any moment?
ここで朝食をとるのって気持ちよさそうですよね。
Yua murmured. I took a peek at the side of her face. In an eroge, this would undoubtedly be the right time to confess to her. After being bound together, the two of us would kiss and each other would end. Depending on the circumstances, we might also end up going straight to some exhibitionism. Heh heh heh.
私も今度やってみようかな。
I'm used to reading. Yua turned her head to look up at me. Unable to say anything, I dropped my gaze to her back. At first I thought she might try some exhibitionism. And I was like, oh, I want to recommend that. But it's talking about the breakfast. Right. As I looked at the three Gero Froggy, is it Gero or Gero Froggy straps attached to her bag, I cursed myself for being so pathetic that I couldn't so much as meet a girl's gaze. Does everyone have these frogs? When is the fad demise? There's an achievement in Steingate called Froggy Fad Demise. Wait. No delusions. A second. Just now, something on the edge of my sight had nagged at me. What had I spied just now? Gero Froggy. A mascot character that was all the rage among high school girls. I'd seen it somewhere before. Where? Your little sister. And pretty much everywhere. Because everyone has one of these. I didn't get it. I had deja vu, but I couldn't remember why. Pardon? The frogs killed everyone! Of course! Have my memory always been this bad? I've been confident in my ability to learn stuff by heart. My one skill was getting good grades on tests. I'm smart. So, before he said he also experienced Jamas Vu at the crime scene. So, is something like resetting his memories and really they're just killing people there daily? Or one could, you know, take it to the logical conclusion. He saw the crime scene once and he's just repeating it, I guess? Although, if there's like a news report of when it happened, you know, that kind of killed that theory. Because, like, it could have happened, like, say, a month ago. And, you know, he picked up the cross there. And every day he's been like, oh, crimes. Well, not necessarily every day, just multiple times before. To make him feel Jamas Vu at feeling Jamas Vu. Or something like that happened. I've been confident in my ability to learn stuff by heart. My one skill is getting good grades on tests. I'm smart. Yet to think that I want to be able to remember something so important. Something that seemed so important. Where had I seen them? By examining the Gero Froggies more carefully, might be able to remember. Although I didn't know what I'd do after remembering. So maybe like what's the pink girl's name? Sarah? Well, the girl who looks like Sarah. Maybe she had a Gero Froggy on her? Simply wanting to escape from the discomfort of not knowing, I stretched out my hand, all but unconsciously, towards the three Gero Froggies lined up like they were buddies. She has something in the bag! Or it's the froggies, I got it. I got it. The froggies. Actually, employees at Saren. They shrunk themselves down to froggy size. Okay? You listening, guys? And now they're experimenting by being little creepy frog dudes. You can't say that theory isn't possible. You know, I know Saren. Well, I mean, it's the committee, not Saren. But it was actually Saren the whole time, you know. Oh, here's something that slapped me on the hand. Eh? 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 Well, at least with their dazed, Euro averted her eyes from me and was beginning to jerkily rise from the bench. When her hand hit her own bag, the bag from which those 3 Gerald froggies dangled. And as though I was watching a slow-motion movie, the bag fell slowly from the bench to the ground. What's all this stuff? Because the fastenings weren't closed, notebooks and textbooks came tumbling out from the inside of it. Don't laugh at me! The frog's laughing. He knows. It's Saren.
私ったら何をやってるんでしょう。
If it were several minutes later, I might have mowed over Yua's clumsy side. But now all I could do was freeze in place, because a single notebook by chance had opened up as it hit the ground. From within it poured memos and newspapers clippings and the like. Seemed like some kind of scrapbook. Oh no, it's where we live in our daily schedule. Please no, please no. The memos, the clippings, everything you had to do with a certain series of incidents. Oh, okay, the New Gen instance, right? I saw it clearly. New Gen. Well, why? My voice was hoarse. You were feverishly gathered the scattered memos and clippings and shoved them back in her bag. Yua rose, hugging her back to her chest. Her smile from her forehead completely vanished, and she hung her head uncomfortably. What was that? Yua didn't answer. Why won't you answer? Answer me. Say something to me. If you don't say anything, won't I start thinking you must be feeling guilty? Even though I'd start to believe in you, even though I started to think that maybe you would be my ally. When did you start believing that? Because you're an idiot? Exactly. Sarah will never betray you. I'm saying her name right? Like it's Seira, I think. Sarah had been around all along. After all, yeah. Duty girls were the worst, each and every one of them. Even Yua hadn't felt kindly towards me or anything. She'd only approached me with some goal in mind. Perhaps she meant to hand me over to the police. Perhaps she meant to threaten me. This sucks. This drastically sucks. You know, Jurassically, the dinosaurs. Even though I had started to forget all about that incident. Even though, since the police hadn't shown any sense of coming to talk to me about it, I made myself think I would get by without having to do anything with it. Even though I hadn't wanted to get wrapped up in it. So I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I only like half remember it, so I could easily be wrong that it could be a different anime. I do think, like, in the anime that I watched, like, the police were like, oh hey, there's this camera right at this crime scene and there's this guy there. Although, you know, it's Umineko, it's not from the detective's perspective, so can I really trust it? Although this could be like an inverse Umineko situation, because this protagonist is, well, I don't want to call him insane, but you know. Even though, since the police hadn't shown any signs of coming to talk to me about it, I made myself think I would get by without having anything to do with it, even though I hadn't wanted to get wrapped up in it. What the heck did Yua want from me? In any case, I turned on my heel, wanting to flee. But Yua grabbed my wrist from behind me. Oh, she's gonna shoot me. Well, define running away. It's a tactical retreat. Her voice made my blood run cold. Her voice so chilly that my spine seemed about to freeze. I could hardly think of her as being the same Yua as before. On top of that, Yua's grip on my wrist was abnormally powerful. She gripped it so tight that pain shot through me. Such a violent pain that it was enough to make me wonder if she could punch me to bits, all the way down to my bones. I tried to shake her off, but she wouldn't let go. On the contrary, she pulled me closer, making me pitch backwards. Now instead of Moeka, I'm getting Suzuha feels. Like, it's CL Moeka Suzuha! Of course! She whispered from behind me. More so than that, right beside my ear, sounding as though all emotion had died in her. Shuddering, I timidly turned around. What's with her eyes? Don't make eye contact! The color residing in the depths of her glaring eyes was insane. I called it. I mean, I assume pretty much everyone called it, but I called it too. Hid something. She can't know that I was there in the crime scene. I could only come up with one thing. Somehow, someway, this girl knew I'd witnessed the corpse and the perpetrator of this faking murder. That was why she had approached me. She was ingenious, after all. Despite every single thing she told me had been a lie. The fact that she'd been concerned about me since the first time she saw me. The fact that she'd said she liked Barachu. The fact that she'd promised to go together with me to pick up the post-awakening Sarah figure on the day it was released. She doesn't even like Bloodtoon! Dude, she hates Bloodtoon! She just watched it because she knew you watched it. Oh my god. She doesn't even like Sarah! The fact that she smiled and nodded as though she were having fun listening to what I was telling her. Well, that was obvious. The fact that she'd said she wanted to become better friends with me. And the fact that she'd gotten worried about me when I didn't come to school. The fact that she'd been nice enough to call me admirable. All of it. I've just been here saying whatever came to the top of her head. I clenched my fists in frustration and grief. You know, there's the strict no policy. I forget what I called it back in the day. Back in the day. You know what I'm talking about, right? Why did I try so hard to believe in someone like her? She wanted to tell us something. Okay. So give me a choice. A, cut off my arm and run away, or B, listen. I mean, that's feasible in this situation. I don't want to listen. If I don't listen, what? Just like a different person from the you I had known up until now. Her gentle, calm atmosphere had vanished. Now I sensed an unapproachable atmosphere and an indescribable tenacity. Her tone was absolutely self-possession, though cool-headedness might be a better way to put it. Her usual frailty was nowhere to be found. Oh, I don't want to listen. I tried to cover my ears, but I couldn't do it. You had captured one of my hands. She wasn't gripping it as hard as before, but she showed no signs of letting go. She wouldn't let my hand move freely. Still holding on to me, she reached inside my bag and slowly, deliberately pulled out something that shone dully. She held it out towards me. Hey! I was stunned. My heartbeat leapt higher. I couldn't stay calm. Wait, that was in my bag? Oh, her bag. Okay. Couldn't stay calm. I was so shocked that I lowered the one hand covering my ear. That was Yua's accusatory voice reached my ears. That was Win. So I'm assuming she found it in my room after I threw it somewhere? Or did she get this one somewhere else? Of course I recognized it. I soon saw it for what it was. It resembled a cross, but was, in truth, a stake. One didn't often see stakes with such a distinctive shape. At the very least, I'd only seen them once before. That night. As she... Is, pink hair girl killed dude. So you do know. Oh, right. Can you stop, talking like you're multiple people? Just... She's acting like she's three people. I thought something was weird, but she's repeating everything 3 times. So actually, Goru! She is CL, Moeka, and Suzuha. She's 3 people. Suzuha was the good person we saw. CEO was the worst girl that we saw. Mayoko was the murderous one that we saw. I desperately shook my head. Greasy sweat stood out on my forehead. All I could do for the time being, as I wiped it, was shake my head from side to side. So, is she necessarily a bad guy though? As in, like, you know, working. I'll say an ally of the committee. Or is she working against the committee? I assume the committee has something to do with the murders, right? I mean, that could be any mistake, really, if you think about it. You know, that's just rude. I mean, all she did was snoop through your things trying to find a cross. Like, how did she even... Well, if she saw him, she must have seen that he picked up the cross. Okay. Well, other than saw it, if she knew about it. When the heck did she investigate my room? On the day we first met? When I hurt my foot, did she help me up to my room? You should see my figure of Serotan and her face a bit shiny. She called it cute. Yeah, I imported it with my figurine, so it's like a limited time bonus for my Serotan figurine. They're, you know, it's just a replica made by fans. Please go away. Well, is it the same? Like, you can't prove that. They just look similar. I was positive of it. She suspected me of being the new gen perpetrator. She convinced herself I was a murderer. Did she think she was some kind of detective? The high school girl detective! Kusanagi Yua! Or something like that. Go die. I mean it. You deserve to die. Might have worked in an anime or a game. Yet Yua's reasoning was fatally mistaken. I knew the killer. I'd seen her with my own eyes. That demon. She was a girl whose name I didn't know, but she had worn the Sume uniform. The culprit was someone very near to me. So what? Yua lowered her head and let out a small breath. Her grip on my wrist weakened, and last she released me. So really, the Jiro Froggies saved us. You know, think about it. If we hadn't seen those Jiro Froggies, we wouldn't have, you know, reached out to them to, you know, grab them. To remember the time, you know, they were showed from committee members. What the heck was yet supposed to mean here? Precognitive powers. Is it Japanese? Oh, precognition! Knowledge about future events. It's different from prediction made from experience or from information analysis. It refers to the special sense that transcends the usual perception of a human. Its existence isn't scientifically proven. Precognition reveals itself in different forms, as flashback phenomenon or as a dream, a foresight dream. Mediums, fortune tellers, and ancient sorceresses are ones with such ability. However, there are many imposters who just pretend to have it. So basically, seeing the future. Got it. Huh? Actually, that could be true. Because the, you know, the Jemai / deja vu, especially of the crime scene in the Jiro Froggies. Has there been anything else Roy's mentioned? Woo? I unthinkably let my mouth fall open. Precognitive powers? What the heck was that? What did it have to do with the incident? As I racked my brain, Yua plunged a hand into her bag and pulled out a piece of paper with a full-color image printed on it. Shogun! Of course! The girl picture Shogun had sent me. Why did you all have it? This...
あなたはどうしてニュージェネ第3の事件の再現画像を持っているんですか?
Tell her about Shogun. Get yourself an alibi.
しかもこの画像が流出したのは事件の前日です。
I sent it out?
あなたの使った PC にキャッシュが残ってました。
You're wrong. I got this image from a guy called Shogun, who I chatted with for the first time that day. I didn't make it myself. The fact that I downloaded it should still be recorded in my browser's history. Of course, I showed that to Yua. But hold on, how do you have in your hands of that image in the first place? How'd she know it was left in my computer's cache? It's cache, right? First, the one time she came to my room, she couldn't possibly have had any time to check out my PC. You mean, you're Shogun? Wait, what? Then weird. Hold on a second. I thought Shogun's... What? Oh, I get it now. Ha ha ha. She's trying to set me up. You had planned it all out. And she was one of the new gen criminals. And she intended to use me as a scapegoat to mislead the police investigation. Save me! This was too much for me. Why me? Because I was gross? Because I didn't have any friends? Yua said nothing, only shook her head a little.
その画像はアットカフェルーム37の PC から拾ったんです。あなたの PC もできれば調べたかったんですけど、その機会はさすがにありませんでした。
Quick! Clear your browser history! Quick! You still have a chance! Room 37. The room I always used. The impolite young lady totally thought she was some kind of detective. Yua looked at me with only a faint trace of apology in her face, but let she return to the usual Yua for a moment. Still wearing that expression, she began fishing around inside her bag again. This time she brought out a printout and pushed it at me. I had a bad feeling about this. My reason warned me that it would be better not to look. But I had no choice but to look, and be falsely accused if I didn't find some way to resist.
それがあなたのすべてです。
My everything. I've heard that phrase before. I believe in Umineko. My everything. Could you have stolen all my personal information? Was you a hacker? Heart pounding, I unfolded the printout. Contrary to the expectations, though, rather than my personal information, what was printed there looked like the backlog of an online chat. Participants in the chat were Nightheart and Shogun. Okay.
そのログ、変ですよね。
Well, yeah, who's the Shogun guy? That's pretty strange about it. What was so strange about it? It was a normal log. I suddenly remember having that kind of conversation with the Shogun.
ナイトハルトと将軍の
What were the times? 58. Oh, the times are way off. That's the day before. What?
発言時間が全然噛み合ってないんです。
We sent, like, what do you call this? Like a chat room message back in time. It's the microwave. What was this? Why did it end up like this?
そこにあるナイトハルトは西条君。発言時間は9月28日の午前3時だ。
So somehow I sent the message like more than 24 hours before Shogun sent the messages. And hold on. So that's a little over a minute after. Yeah, those match up almost exactly, actually. That feels... Wait, no. That's too fast. Wait, no. I'm not gonna try to be a detective.
そして翌日、
I'm
あ
just
なたがアッ
confusing
トカフェ
myself.
に行ってます。西条君がアットカフェに行くのは学校帰りと決まって。
She's saying that I went to Act Cafe and was Shogun by sending myself the messages.
そして学校に行くのは週に 2.5 回。あなたのクラスメイトから聞いたんですけど、月曜日、水曜日、木曜日。
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
先週の月曜日は9月29日。 将軍の発言時間と同じ日です。
What? What? What's she saying?
ルーム37の PC のチャットログを調べさせてもらいました。そこから分かったことは。
Yoa briefly cut herself off. Then, finally catching my gaze straight on, she gave voice to the relentless truth.
あなた一人の自作自演。
Don't look at me.
将軍は。
Don't look at me.
あなた自身。
What? So, that's either true or it's not true. Which one is it? So this could be A, my guy's insane, or B, he's being set up. Or, you know, both. 30 minutes. Yeah, we should call it there. Thanks for watching, everyone. I would say I'll check out my mic to see how it worked, but I want to record more, so I'm going to keep going. Hopefully there's no, like, hopefully, you know, my mic's just not making screeching sounds every second. That'd suck. But nothing like that came up in the mic tests. I made funny jokes for my mic tests. Like, you know, sometimes at first I'd just make a regular mic test, but then I'd upload one to YouTube, send it to a friend, and it'll have some funny message. Like Astolfo from Fate Apocrypha. I don't know how to say it. Apocrypha. It's actually a boy, not a girl. Like anyone would believe that. See you guys next time. Goodbye.